English-speaking men are faring worse off at significant levels.
A new study by the Community Health and Social Services Networks reveals that English-speaking fathers in Quebec face higher vulnerability rates in the context of paternity versus French-speaking dads. 1 in 5 Anglophone dads, or 19%, show a higher psychological distress index than French-speaking fathers at 12%.
If we look at the data regarding suicidal ideation in the past year, it's almost double the amount.
Anne-Marie Cech says there are two main factors contributing to these elevated vulnerability rates among Anglophone dads. The first being violence in childhood.
61% of English-speaking fathers experience violence in their home environment in childhood. If you're looking more specifically at things like psychological abuse, severe physical abuse, or sexual abuse, those are all higher among English-speaking men versus French-speaking men.
A second major factor, there's not enough services in the province adapted to English-speaking fathers' needs.
There's often a lack of information with regards to where I can get the services, who do I reach out to. There's also unawareness that those services are actually available in English.
This Montreal father says language continues to be a barrier in using the services.
As an Anglophone and Francophone, I don't have that issue accessing service. However, I do notice that if you speak English, you're not going to be treated as the same as if you were a French-speaking person in Montreal.
When we're looking at seeing a someone for psychological well-being, in those instances, it's only 16% of the fathers that went to get help.
Anne-Marie Cech recognizes that asking for help is not easy, but organizations like the CHSSN are there to provide the tools, resources, and knowledge for fathers struggling mentally.
Being able to create what we call in French un lien de confiance, so that you can accompany those men towards services. Is a great partner of CHSSN is the Regroupement pour la Valorisation de la Paternité. And this organization advocates for the importance of offering services to men.
Cech warns that stereotypes about the province's English-speaking community can give off the wrong idea of struggling fathers.
There are more stereotypes around the English-speaking community being a community that's well off. That's actually a very small portion of the population, and it's a lot more nuanced. There's a lot more variability than we could imagine.
In Montreal, Sasha Teman, City News.